there are now some 450 stations that you can find on DAB in the UK. In the last few months, another 18 were switched on. And they included 8 specialist music programs, from everything to classical, to rock, to reggae, including one called Awesome Radio. So these are not people who are hiding their lights under a bushel, you know. There were 3 talk stations, 3 for different ethnic minorities, and 1 for kids. And interestingly, there are now just about more people listening to these stations, and they're mostly commercial, than are actually listening to the BBC, which is a bit awkward because I work for the BBC. So, but what has happened in the UK is that despite all the pressure from the internet, radio listening is incredibly robust. A good 90% of all people in the UK listen to the radio. And a good proportion of that, radio is their primary news source. And I think actually having that competition has just lifted the whole feeling around radio. And the key thing to remember about the World Service, which if you haven't listened to us for a while, it's worth bearing in mind. The median age of our audience around the world is 31. Now, if you're in the radio business, you'll know how young that is. It's very young. And in most places, it's younger than that. It's outside Western Europe. The world is young. 2/3 of the population of countries like Turkey, Sierra Leone, wherever you want to look at, it's young. And they are way ahead of us in terms of things that they're doing and thinking, and we're just sort of desperately, in a way, catching up on them. And to do that, we have to be sort of, in some ways, really just better journalists.